What's going on there? I am Scott Churchson alongside Mr. Davion Bussey. Mr. Rob Manning is currently attending to what I'm going to call the equivalent of Steve Urkel, the guy who voiced Jazz in Transformers 1 in 2007, and the guy who was almost Winston Zedmore in Ghostbusters by attending to some family matters.
Right.
Boy, did that punchline, that pun took way too long to get going. Anyway, how are you, man?
Drinking a beer on a Monday.
I mean, not drinking a beer during a live stream broadcast. He's drinking a ginger ale. Yeah.
Oh my God, I can't.
Dude, I have no, so watch this whole thing get shut down. The channel gets destroyed.
Seriously?
No, I don't think so. I think, we've survived worse, and, but the older I get, the more paranoid I become. You'll get there. Don't worry.
Yeah.
So anyway, basically, yeah, Rob's dealing with some family issues right now. So it's going to be the two of us tonight. We're going to be doing a little bit of a Marvel tier ranking system based on characters in the MCU and, frankly, whether they were valuable or not, or how valuable they were.
Right.
Some of them are going to be really, really easy, like Tony Stark. Gee, I wonder. Moving on to some of the lesser known ones in there, and frankly, there's some people on this list that there is no way that they can be anything but bottom tier. But I'll get your thought on that.
Okay.
We're also going to be doing our Today in History. See if you can figure that one out. I think actually you might have a good shot at this one. But in the meantime, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. Working hard and got a job interview on Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. So wish me good luck.
Yeah,
I'll need it.
Listen, I don't believe in having to wish you luck, man. You're going to get it as fun. You don't need luck. You're going to crush it.
Thank you. I just suck at interviews and suck at everything, but this one is like,
I believe in you. See, hey.
Hi.
Yes.
Thanks, bro.
There you go. Yes. See, you're getting love from people on this one. So yeah, I know. Basically, I don't know what that job interview is. I believe it pays you $375,000 a year to stress test couches. Correct? Make sure they're comfortable.
No, it's pretty much fighting uncontrollable people at times.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that could explain what you're drinking now too. All right. Pre-game that crap. Listen, I've done enough Zoom calls in this case. I've had a couple of shots just to kind of loosen the nerves as necessary. But we'll discuss that one as you keep me posted on that, really, seriously.
Right.
But anyway, yeah, like I said, basically, I'm going to start this off. I want to actually do, just for funsies, today in actually what should, hang on a sec, let me change that. Today in movie history, I just said TV history. I'm going to make it movie history. See how well you can get this one. So today, back over 25 years ago, a movie was released starring a Grammy award-winning songwriter. One of the songs he wrote was Me and Bobby McGee from Janis Joplin, and also the guy that was in the first of 3 baseball movies before he was replaced by Omar Epps. In this case, I don't know if you can figure that one out yet. If you need an additional hint or two.
He was replaced in a couple of, replaced by Omar Epps in a couple of baseball movies.
In the sequel, yes. He was also, believe it or not, in the Michael Jackson Bad video in 1986.
Oh, Wesley Snipes.
There you go. Okay, yeah, that was... yeah.
I can't. I got Wesley Snipes right here.
I thought you might be able to get this, yeah. The movie Blade was released 26 years ago today, 1998. Wesley Snipes' breakout role, because he already had some stuff prior, Major League, like I mentioned.
Right.
He also had, White Men Can't Jump, Demolition Man a few years prior, opposite Sylvester Stallone. But this was the movie that really was, so we'll call it the breakout role. Blade and Blade 2 were actually some of the best action movies you've ever seen. Blade 3 was definitely a movie. We've discussed that one already, although that was sort of a starting vehicle for Ryan Reynolds, who would later bring back Wesley Snipes for Deadpool 3.
Yeah.
So, but nicely done on that, sir. I figured that wasn't going to be too difficult.
No.
I was surprised, though. I didn't think the Michael Jackson Bad thing was going to be what's going to get it to you, though.
Really, it was the major leagues. It just made me thought, because I never thought Gooding Cuban Jr. took his place.
Omar Epps.
Omar Epps. Yeah, Omar Epps.
as Willie Mays Hayes. So, but nicely done. Okay, that was easier than last week when I gave you guys next Karate Kid. Okay, so like I said, in this particular case, MCU character tier list, which characters are the most valuable in the franchise itself. So in certain cases, we have characters in here that were known for other things prior to MCU. So you can see right here, we got Tobey Maguire. Tobey Maguire, in this case, will only count for his involvement in the MCU and not for the 3 movies that he had.
Right.
So in your case right now, because of the fact that he was only in 1 movie and a little bit more of a special guest star in that movie, where do you rank him as far as valuable in the MCU?
I'll give him a B.
That's pretty high, actually. Okay. You give him a B.
Yeah.
I would have given him like a D because there was only the 1 movie. And I mean, on the other hand, he did kind of walk through and guide Tom Holland after Marissa Tomei's character, after Aunt May died.
And that's what I was thinking about. So
that's okay. To get him back to what it had to be. All right. All right. So you're going to give Tobey Maguire a B on that one. Correct. Cool. All right. Ms. Marvel.
I want to say B, but something tells me because I don't want the fans to strangle me. So I'm going to say C.
I can live with a C with Ms. Marvel only because of the fact that she did at least show up to battle Thanos, but there was so much wasted potential there.
Yeah.
You could have just honestly, she showed up for a glorified cameo and it's like, well, I'm busy now, got to go, bye. She was basically like a summon in like a Final Fantasy game. She shows up, kicks ass, and then disappears.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, no. So, now we're going to move on in this case. We have some of the stuff from Phase 4, Phase 5 here. So we got Eternals and Shang-Chi. What do you think? Oops.
Eternals, I would say a D.
Yeah, that's fair. Ant-Man. We have any thoughts on Ant-Man now?
I want to say B.
You want to go with a B? All right. Here's the thing about Ant-Man. I mean, his movies, I'm going to put it B for now. His movies were smaller scale for the most part.
Yeah.
They didn't really affect the MCU that much. They were, especially the first movie, which part of the reason I like the first movie so much is because of the fact that it was self-contained. As things were getting bigger and bigger and bigger, this was a bit of a smaller little story. And I like that part that they just didn't keep going larger and larger with it. But I mean, I would go with a C on this, but if you want to go B, I'm not going to argue that one.
Well, the reason why I said B is because he does play a very important role with the MCU. It's not like he's just there, and because a C would mean you come and yeah, here I am.
Mm-hmm.
He's more of, okay, I'm a goofball, but I do have some important purpose.
He did fight in Endgame.
Right.
So he did. Okay, I can give that. More than again, we can say from Ms. Marvel, who decided, nah, you know what, I'll be out of here. Half the universe is dissipated, but you know what? I got a chicken pot pie in the oven. I got to run. So, all right, I'm sorry, F. Reed Richards and Fantastic Four. I'm sorry, there is no value. You brought in John friggin' Krasinski, Jim from The Office, Jack Ryan, and you brought him in for a glorified cameo for like 10 minutes and then killed him off. That was garbage. You had such a wasted opportunity. John Krasinski at his most badass level, like I said, he played Jack Ryan. And it takes a lot of work to be able to play a Jack Ryan character. So Jim from The Office, no, I'm sorry, you're getting an F. Peggy.
A D.
You think so?
Yeah.
I mean, she is part of the reason why Steve Rogers went back in time and stayed back in time.
Right, but with this version of Peggy, this is Captain Britain.
You're going with the what if side. I was looking at this. I mean, this is the what if storyline, sure. But I was looking at Peggy as across the entire board. I was looking at that image as basically being.
Now, you said what if. Are you talking about the animation and the live action movies?
I was talking just MCU itself. I mean, if you consider what if part of the MCU, I would count it. But I was looking at her more from the perspective of the Captain America era of it and the impact that she had on Steve Rogers.
Then if that's Well, if you're looking at the MCU and everything, I would say a C.
I could live with a C on this. Yeah,
because I'm looking at it as Captain Britain, but if you're looking at her as both Peggy Carter from one dimension and then Captain Britain from another dimension, then yeah, I would say because if it was Peggy Carter, it would be a high B.
I think in this case, I can be sold on a C in this case. I would look at it as, not Captain Britain, not what if, but the impact that she had on several fronts when it came to Steve Rogers. Both back in time, being his teacher, teaching him, guiding him, and then the bond that was formed over time. Yeah, I could be sold on a C.
Okay.
Angelina Jolie from the Eternals.
F.
You're like F. Done. Moving on.
Who that?
The Black Widow's sister lady, the blonde woman. I forget her name.
Oh, I would give her. I'm intrigued and curious about her, so I'm going to say a C.
That's cool. Professor Xavier, I'm sorry you're getting an F on that. I'm just gonna jump in on that because again, just like Reed Richards, you showed up to die.
Which is not fair.
Well, honestly, that in some ways is worse because you brought Sir Patrick Stewart back, after all these years to literally just kill him off. You He-Man revolutioned him right off the bat.
Right.
And it's like Sir Patrick Stewart comes back. I mean, you saw all the hullabaloo when Hugh Jackman came back.
Right.
So, I don't know. There you go. Okay, cool. Moving on. Black Panther. This one is interesting.
Which Black Panther are we talking about? T'Challa, or are we talking about the other Black Panther?
No, we're talking T'Challa. We're talking
S.
Yeah, I was going to say in this case here, his impact was huge when it showed up. I mean, from Civil War, all the way through to obviously the impact that happened in the final battles and everything. Yeah, I could live with that. Black Widow.
I would say C.
Really? Why would you say C?
No. I take that back. Scarlett Johansson, forgive me. I'll take that back.
Okay.
Between a B and an A.
I could be sold on an A because she killed herself just to be able to get the Infinity Stone.
Okay.
That's a baller move right there.
That's a bold move.
I think in this case, looking at that, plus her impact across all the way back to the original one pre-Avengers. She was in the thick of it from the beginning. Right. Same with Steve Rogers, who I think probably has to be an S also.
S, yeah, with with Black Panther.
Yeah. I think, with Steve Rogers, we talked about that. I think he's got to be an S level in this. There is an option, by the way, top tier. So at the end of this, one of them can be moved up to the top here as the king or queen of all of them.
Gotcha.
But we'll get to that at that point. Pretty much F or D in this case.
Who's
Betty
that?
From Incredible Hulk. She was in the first movie. She was when Incredible Hulk wasn't even Mark Ruffalo yet.
I would say D.
You want to give her the D, or is this fine?
Yeah, because think about it. She was beneficial, but then once the MCU took over, there was no existence of her.
Well, supposedly she's supposed to be coming back in Captain America 4, right?
I think.
Because Thunderbolt Ross is coming back this time, played by Harrison Ford.
Right.
So she can come back. All right. He didn't really have a lot of impact. Daredevil in the MCU.
Well, will we call the Netflix the MCU part of the MCU?
Yeah, okay. You know what? Why not? Only because I really don't want to give Charlie Cox an F.
B. Give him a B.
Give him a B. All right, that's fair. Sorry, I was in the middle of coughing, so I couldn't hear it. Yeah, I mean, he was a big deal on that, and also the show paid me money, so I guess that helps too. My car got used so much on those overnights. Doctor Strange.
S.
You're going S tier?
Yeah.
All right. Hang on a sec. I got to move this up. Yeah, I mean, he's pretty impactful on a lot of this stuff. I would have given him an A, but I'll run with it. Drax, I don't know, C?
No. I would say A, just because of the comedic chops.
You know,
And
I was thinking about that too, but it didn't, like I said, it didn't have an impact on like the storyline much.
yeah, yeah,
All right.
but he was beneficial.
Okay, so you're putting Drax higher than Ant-Man. That's interesting.
Yeah,
This hurts my soul a lot here,
yeah.
you know, but Peter Parker, Andrew Garfield, Peter Parker.
I'm gonna say A.
Really? You're going higher than Tobey Maguire?
Yes,
Okay. Why is that, sir?
because I really felt that in the Spider-Man No Way Home,
Uh-huh.
he had more of a redemption than
Oh, yes. Yes, yes.
than
The MJ, you know, saving
yeah.
MJ. Oh, yeah. Actually, you know what? And even the tears that were involved. Oh, you know what? Fair, 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 fair. All right. So now we're going back to phase 4 again.
Who's that?
I forget. Dude, honestly, I kind of checked out after like, you
Yeah,
know, phase 3 for the most part. So yeah, this is one of those things. This, by the way, I want to point this out. This was Rob Manning's pretty much. He and I collabed on this earlier.
yeah,
To do this, he would have been hugely helpful for this.
yeah.
But again, no disrespect because of obviously the family issues that are going on. But
Just because he's a good actor, I'm gonna give him a C.
you want to give that all right? That's fine.
And then not only that, he played a character that makes weapons.
That's true. All right, fair. This one is interesting because now we have Falcon / new Captain America. I could be sold on a B here.
I'm gonna say B.
All right, that's fair.
He still got a lot to prove.
He does, and the way he handled the Captain America thing in Captain America: Winter Soldier,
Yeah.
was bad. Coulson, I'm sorry, I'm giving you an A on this one.
Yes, I
Coulson
agree.
stayed, you know, I mean, forgetting Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and all that part of it, you know, I mean, without Coulson, you do not get the Avengers at the end of that movie.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, the personality that Clark Gregg brought to that, to be able to be the kind of person that would sit there and talk about the trading cards and all of the fanboy aspect of it. You know,
I agree with you.
without him, nothing happens. So,
I agree with you.
all right, Shang-Chi.
A D.
Yeah. By the way, can we just point out that we've got 3 C's and like 4 A, B, C, D, and F's?
Yeah.
This is like the most square tier we have ever done so far.
Right. I think the other one is going to be shocking. What I'm going to say.
What, Nick Fury?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what do you got?
He's above a C. I mean, above a S.
You're going because without him, none of it happens.
Correct.
All right, here's what I'm going to say. Out of respect, let's put it as an S for now. Oops.
Yeah.
And then discuss it at the end.
Okay.
Because in this case, all of the S's, only one S can go to the top. So I want to give an argument on all of the S's before. You might still stick with it, and that's perfectly fine. I have no judgment on that. But yeah, that's wow. That tier list is really looking boring right now.
Yeah.
All right. So Gamora. Why is Gamora?
I would say a C.
Yeah, that's why I kind of stopped right about here. You know, I like the interaction on that. You know, her dynamic of Thanos and everything, and her dynamic with Peter.
Right.
So, all right, Wong.
I'm between a S and an A.
Really? Okay. Why are you going SA, man?
Because you know what? S.
All right, that's cool. Groot.
A.
Yeah, okay. He was in the final battle. In which case, Hawkeye, you have to go A or S on this, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you got a choice. You know what?
Wait. No, not S.
You want to go A? Or do you want to go B? Go F?
No, he's not an F.
You better not
He's
make
not a
Hawkeye
D.
an F.
He not a C, but he definitely not a S.
So you want to say B maybe?
Yeah.
All right. Hulk, I think, has to go pretty high on the list.
Yeah.
You know.
A.
You want to? That's I could live with that.
S. Sorry, S.
Okay. Okay. Tony Stark, G. I wonder. We already tried that. Moving on. Okay.
Yeah,
fine.
S.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. And back to the Eternals again in Phase 4.
F.
Yeah, all right. War Machine. You know, both Terrence Howard and also eventually Don Cheadle.
I would say he'll be a B.
Yeah, I could live with that too. So, wow, we're making good time on this.
Yeah.
Trying to who the hell is this again?
Is that Echo or that Hawkeye?
No, that's Girl Hawkeye. That's right.
Girl Hawkeye would be C. Still got a lot to improve.
And you're considering it because of the fact that she beat Kingpin technically.
Yeah.
Eternals again.
F.
All right. To be fair, I met this guy on the set of Only Murders in the Building. Hell of a nice guy.
Yeah, no, the actors are good, but we're rating on the characters in general, not the actors.
The value to the franchise, yeah.
Correct.
So, Loki now.
S.
I don't think he's going to be the king of all of it. I think the king's going to be pretty obvious on that, but all right. Yet another Eternal.
I like that Eternal.
Okay.
Because she was a speedster and she knew sign language.
That's right. So what do you say? C, maybe even a B?
Yeah, C.
All right. Mantis, a.k.a. Peter's sister, kind of.
B.
Yeah.
She's mean. She means well.
Yeah. Maria, I think you got to go with an A.
Who's Maria?
Nick Fury, second in command.
Yeah, A.
You know, I think in this case that's only fair there. All right. Forget the dude's name from Black Panther.
Oh, well, God darn it! Not Baki. Gorilla Man or whatever. I know who he is, but he's not a. He's definitely level A.
You want to go A? Okay.
Yeah.
So this is interesting because Moon Knight was self-contained into the story that had nothing else to do with the MCU, really. It was all independent. It had no interaction, had no crossover or tie-in or anything like that.
You know what I'm going to say? C.
Yeah, okay. I would go D, but that's fine.
No, because he's still got a lot to improve, so.
Okay. I mean, honestly, the series is actually pretty solid.
Yeah.
And I'd be curious to see where it goes, but I'm not sure if we're going to get a second season on it. All right. Ms. Marvel.
B. Higher than Captain Marvel.
Nice. Also, because she's Jersey, so.
Represent!
Yes. So. Nebula.
B.
All right. That.
It's Quicksilver.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm looking at the list here, and it's like Star-Lord's not even on here.
Because he effed up.
Oh, wait, no, I do see him. Okay.
Okay.
So, yeah, Quicksilver then.
He's a D. It's like, what was the point?
Pepper Potts. I mean, she took over for Stark Industries after he died.
C.
Yeah. I mean, seeing her in the suit was actually pretty cool. But
yeah.
Smart Hulk.
Oh, which Hulk we got on S?
We have regular Hulk. Actually, you know what? Scratch that. Okay, never mind. I think the way we're looking at this, the way the Hulk is up top, that might be this Hulk right here.
Yeah.
That might be Ed Norton Hulk.
So we got to put Ed Norton Hulk in A.
You want to bring him down? Okay, and then bring Mark
Ruffalo
Hulk
to S.
Smoke. So, Rocket.
B. No. Ooh, B.
By the way, I want to point out we're also running out of space on the B level here.
I know.
We might have to start winging this a little bit because we still have, 12-ish left? Okay. Now we have Scarlet Witch.
A.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah.
Even despite what she did to basically an entire town. And also
you know what? S.
I was going to say go lower with it, but all right.
No, S.
Yeah. They'll never know what you give up. They'll never know what you sacrifice for them. No, because you kidnapped an entire town and tortured them. They're kind of not focused on your pain right here. So, Now we're we got a couple more tunnels going on. What's that?
F.
F.
No. D. Make her a D.
All right. Shuri.
A.
You think so? Okay. Eternals were Annette Bening's that was Ms. Marvel's boss or whatever.
Yeah. F.
F, yeah. Peter Quill. B. Maybe C even.
It's hard. This one's hard. B, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I can get all right, so now we have Tom Holland Spider-Man.
S. S.
Thor, it's probably going to be an S.
Yeah.
After that is Val. Oh, okay. So we can. All right, that's interesting. We do it that way. Perfect. Problem solved. Valkyrie after that, probably a B or C.
B.
Yeah. Cool. We can do that. That's nice. Vision. I can live with
S.
that.
S. S.
Really? Okay. I think we're also going to have to rank the S's too at the end of this.
Yeah.
Hope. Wasp.
That would be between an A and an S.
Really? We're putting Wasp that high?
A and S, yeah, between A and S.
We got to go A. I mean, listen, dude, you gave Ant-Man a B, and you're giving Wasp an A.
Yeah, because she's the more intelligent one.
So
she get it from her father.
Winter Soldier, Bucky. B.
I want to say A.
Okay.
Because if you say B, that's like because he gave Captain America a run for his money.
That's true, and it was a big impact there on Cap as well. Right. To the point that actually the whole issue, reality is the whole issue that happened with Civil War occurred because of Bucky.
Right.
You know, no Bucky, no Civil War.
Correct.
And then we have another Wong down here. We already established Wong, so we're good. All right, so you 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We have 12 S's. That's a lot of S's there, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have to discuss who is going to be.
Wait, is that Wong or is that Shang-Chi? I think that's Shang-Chi.
I thought did I make a mistake somewhere?
I think that's Shang-Chi for some strange reason.
Shang-Chi I got is a D down below.
Let me see. Where's Shang-Chi? Yeah, so y'all must have had two Shang-Chis.
Okay, so that is Wong then. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Oh no, that's the guy from Eternals.
Yeah. Okay. And you're like, Scott, you basically all the Asian people look the same to you. All you humans look the same to me. You know. All you biped meat people look exactly the same to me.
Now, with the guy from Eternals, I would definitely give him a C.
All right. So Shang-Chi. There we go. All right, there you go.
No, yeah, he's a C.
All right. So now we have to discuss this.
Okay.
We have, what did I say? 2, 4, 6,
we
8,
have 12.
12. Okay, yeah, you're 12. 12 S's. We're going to have to rank the S's here, I think. I think, honestly, looking at the S's, boy, this is where it's going to get challenging.
You're right.
You know, I mean, I would almost consider Loki as the lowest level of S.
Yeah.
You know, because he, you know, anti-hero at its best. Okay.
So, but imagine him as a hero.
But he really wasn't. And by the time, you know, he sort of became that, was sort of in his own series. But yeah. I mean, the amount of chaos that he wrought across, you know, however many, 8 movies, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, the entire Avengers War and all those deaths are on him. All the other issues that occurred are on him. Yeah, your lowest level. Okay. After that, I could almost say either Wong or Vision would be next.
I would say Wong.
You want to say Wong? Okay. So Wong.
The reason why I say Wong, because he's still. What's the word I'm looking for?
Sidekick?
Yeah.
Or secondary. secondary
Yeah,
character.
yeah, he still got that secondary character feel.
Yeah. Vision, or I was going to say Black Widow. I mean, I would almost lean towards Black Widow because of the damage she caused. You know, like I said, what she did in the town in her own series is.
You mean Scarlet Witch, not Black Widow?
Yeah, no, I've said Scarlet Witch. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, Black Widow. Yeah. Yeah.
And then Vision. Whoa, wait. Take that back.
See, like I said, this is where it gets tough.
Yeah. I would place Spider-Man X.
Okay. Because he's late to the game?
Yeah.
Okay. And then Vision.
No.
Oh.
See, this is going to be interesting because I would say, because, it will have to be Nick Fury.
Really? You want to put Nick Fury that low? How come?
Because I'm thinking about the people. Nick Fury is he wasn't the reason why, like he was the reason why the team got together, but he wasn't the heart of the team.
He was in some ways the brains, and also there was the conversation about basically how moral was he anyway.
Correct.
Okay, so you're putting him one level above Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Okay. So right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 left.
Move Vision a little bit towards Captain America and Black Panther.
Right here.
No. Yeah.
You're putting Vision at number 2?
Number 3.
Woof.
Because you want to know why I say that?
I'm intrigued why you'd want to say that.
He was able to pick up Thor's hammer.
Yeah, but Tony Stark defeated Thanos. And right now you got him place 5.
And I'm going to... Wait, who was able to beat Thanos? Stark?
Yeah, because he had the Infinity Gauntlet. Yeah. I'm Iron Man.
So then he would be at number 1.
You have to make him at least number 3 at minimum.
Yeah, I would make him number 1.
Okay, we'll put him up to the top later if we get to that point. So
we're still playing around.
Black Panther, I think, is a little too high for number 2. I think number 2 is too high.
I would say
Hulk or Thor should be higher.
No. See, Doctor Strange is perfect where he's at.
I think so.
Because his strategy is not the greatest, and he had opportunities to basically dethrone Thanos. So that's why I said he stays right there. The Hulk behind Thor.
Okay.
The reason why, because you got to look at the people that were able to pick up his hammer, and Hulk wasn't able to pick up his hammer.
And Hulk also went off on his own and was a little more independent, and sometimes became his own problem.
Right.
Which is fair. You know, I feel like Cap and Black Panther should be swapped though. Only because Cap was was such an early part of Phase 1.
I'm still thinking about that because that's kind of tricky. It is tricky.
Tricky.
Because if Cap and Captain America ever fought, who would win?
T'Challa and Captain America. So. But also Captain. You keep talking about picking up Thor's hammer.
Yeah.
Steve Rogers picked up Thor's hammer.
Exactly.
And almost did in the second one, which is great because you see that one scene where you see him move it a little bit, and all of a sudden Thor's like, ugh. He has this panic moment.
But then here's the other kicker. So you know what? See it. If we go on to buy comic book,
nope, just MCU only.
MCU only.
Yeah.
So that means Black Panther would be behind Thor.
I think behind Thor. Okay, because he was late to the game also because he was phase 3. So.
But then, see, here's the thing: Vision would have to be behind behind Captain America,
which he is right now, anyway.
I mean, not Captain America, Black Panther,
because he was phase 2.
Mm-hmm.
He also was caused. He was also caused, obviously, from Tony Stark's hubris and anxiety. Right. Which also, by the way, basically from his death spawned the whole thing with Scarlet Witch anyway.
So by the looks of things, Tony Stark makes sense.
I think it's the boring answer for the the one MCU to rule them all. Yeah. But he started that franchise.
Yeah.
His line of "I am Iron Man" and killing Thanos, and a lot of it at the end of the day really was Tony's story.
Mm-hmm.
Even with certain cameos and everything that happened, the introduction of Spider-Man came from him. It all sort of hinged around him.
Right.
And I think that's kind of where you have to start it. And now, obviously, forgetting for a sec the whole Dr. Doom, Robert Downey Jr. coming back thing, I think you have to make him the king of all MCU characters. It's a boring answer. I'm not gonna lie. It is a dead boring answer. But, by the way, I just wrote you basically on your message, and then I see you down below. How long are you down there? How long are you down there?
About 20 seconds.
Okay, that wasn't too bad. I'm so focused on the screen right here and the tier list that I had no idea that you were even down backstage. I am sorry about that.
No, it's okay. You were talking. I got to the part where you were saying that it all started with Iron Man, so we're good.
Yeah,
we're good.
I was so zoned in here. Okay, so in this particular case, this is kind of
I know I'm at towards the end.
Tier. It's okay. It's okay. I mentioned in your input anyway. Also, because we're only at 40 minutes and we got to burn time. So,
you guys really put Wong at S?
Yes.
And here we go.
Lead character.
No, but think about it.
Are we talking about acting wise, or are we talking about powerful wise?
What we are talking about is influence within the MCU itself.
I'm sorry, but I don't like Wong's character. He's a silly character, and they keep putting him in every project for some reason. Like, he keeps making cameos where he wasn't needed. So, yeah, I give him a B. I'm sorry. Nick
so are we changing this?
You guys, if you want to
Hey, Street Angels. How you doing, love?
Hey, Street Angel.
Hey,
the thing about it is, here's my thing on this. Like, even after when they did the blip, he was beneficial.
And Bucky's only an A? Man, you guys are harsh on these.
Bucky
makes sense for an A.
I can live by Bucky being an A on this, yes. Because in this case, it also, some of this has to be viewed from the standpoint of, were they valuable? What did they do? Did it cause problems? That sort of thing.
Yeah.
So wait, are we doing different variants? Because I see we have 2 different Hulks.
The top level Hulk, the S tier Hulk, this one, that's Mark Ruffalo. The other one's Ed Norton.
Okay, so do we have both War Machines?
No.
We had one War Machine. Well, one War Machine.
Or are we not counting him because he was only in the first Iron Man movie?
We're looking at it basically, but it's the same character. Well, yeah, I see your point.
Yeah.
Because we did 2 different Hulks, that's why.
You could have a Terrence Howard War Machine. Although, was he actually War Machine in that though, or just the actor?
He was the character, and he looks at the suit and says, "For the next movie or something, or the next time or something like that," and that was it.
Yeah, but
Yeah. I mean,
that wasn't enough because his for him to be in the film, it wasn't even enough. So
yeah,
we're worried. We're looking at him as the character, not as
he would be a D or an F because he was a secondary character in a first movie.
But that became a. What did we end up getting? Don Cheadle.
Second movie.
No, I meant what is
Don?
he?
Yeah, Don Cheadle. He's in here somewhere. Where did I see War Machine?
I don't even.
I know he's here. Oh, there he is, right here. He's in B tier. I mean, I could argue that as an A tier, but I could live with a B on that.
I mean, what's even more crazy is what you find out in Secret Invasions.
Well, yeah, but Secret Invasions was disappointing.
I like that series.
Here's the thing. It was a missed opportunity because if they adhered closer to the comics on this, they could have had a really good series, but they went down the same trope,
right.
Tired old man has to basically find his power again,
So we're basically saying Iron Man's the top one of all of them.
How can you not?
I would say Deadpool.
Deadpool's not on this list.
Yeah.
Why not? He brought back the MCU. He's Marvel Jesus.
Yeah, but
influence on the MCU, Deadpool doesn't have it.
He does for future projects now.
Yeah, now, but we talking about
this is 2024.
Okay.
So in this case, I mean, like I said, you have to start with go with the guy who started the franchise.
Yeah, I know.
And also defeated Thanos. True, in the end, defeated Thanos at the cost of his own life.
True.
Sorry, spoilers. It's been 5 years. He died.
And you should already know that.
Do we have 3 different Spider-Mans on here too?
We did. Yeah.
Where's Tom's? Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
He's S tier.
Yeah. Tom Holland is here. Andrew Garfield, we got an A.
You gave Toby a B?
Yes.
No, without Toby, you don't have any of the other Spider-Man.
Yeah, but you got to realize something. Go ahead.
Okay. The rules on you missed this part of it. It is specific to the MCU only. So the 3 Spider-Man movies and also the 2 Andrew Garfield movies are not part of the MCU based on this category. They are only in the MCU based on No Way Home. So as a result, what is their influence on No Way Home? And part of the so it's not the 20-year scope of all the movies here. It's just what they've done in the MCU since like 2008. I mean, in this case, him bringing back Tom Holland's character Peter was part of it, but the reason that Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man got an A is because of the fact he saved Mary Jane. He had the redemption.
We could have gave Captain Marvel a C. Just saying.
You know what? Here's my problem with Captain Marvel in this case.
Or I meant Mrs. Marvel, the Camila that we put in a B.
Well, you know what it is? We also picked that partly because she's from Jersey. So Jersey representation is not really there, sir.
And Star-Lord's the reason why Thanos wins, so that he should be a D.
That is true. That's
that
fair.
is true, but
I'm just saying.
But
put him down to a C.
I'm sorry, I'm the troublemaker that's late.
No, put him back to a B.
All right, fine. I mean, here's the thing. A lot of the C tier levels that are there are characters that either came in late.
Technically, I'm the extra vote. I mean, so
I could argue that. I could argue why he's a B.
I mean,
he is a B, but not the B you're thinking.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. He did get an Infinity Stone. He did save an entire planet. Granted, the planet, was eventually destroyed later, but he did save an entire planet there.
And he also made it where half everybody was snapped. So,
yeah, but he had a story behind it. So it was like he lost the true love of his life.
He was also on the prison planet with our friend Lloyd Kaufman. So Uncle. I should reach out to Uncle Lloydie. We've been talking about adding guests back in. Uncle Lloydie will do it in his heartbeat. Plus, he plays clarinet. But
I love that we have. Are all the Eternals down there?
Pretty much, because they were being late in the game also had an impact on a lot of this.
Yeah.
And because they all came in after Endgame, it loses a lot of the impact on this. That's why if you look at the top, so many of them are just, people that are pretty much phase 1 here.
No. They didn't come after Endgame. They were there during Endgame.
But I'm saying the actual movies themselves did not come out, and the storylines were not introduced until afterwards. So
may I ask who's the character that's right after Shang-Chi? That's by Quicksilver. Row D.
Him?
Yeah, who's that? I can't.
That's one of the Eternals.
That's one of the Eternals. I don't even remember which one. Yeah, I don't remember either.
Okay.
But Captain Marvel, if she had stuck around longer, would have been higher than a C.
Why are we giving Miss Marvel such a high?
Because she was kind of beneficial in the whole,
But we're saying Captain Marvel was not beneficial.
Which
Captain
one?
Captain Marvel.
Oh, you're talking about Miss Marvel.
Yeah, I'm saying why is Miss Marvel higher than Captain Marvel character-wise? And I'm saying what they bring, because Captain Marvel was actually there for Endgame.
Yeah,
but she really wasn't. She showed up as basically, I call her a Final Fantasy summon, where she showed up just to ring damage and then just left.
But she still brought more to, I think, more than what Miss Marvel has done. I know I'm the opposite, but yeah, I feel like she's done more than what Miss Marvel's done, and she's been in more projects to show more. We've only seen Miss Marvel's in that, in the Marvels and in her own TV show. So I don't know.
The reason why I say Miss Marvel is a B, not because just for
Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel was only in 3 projects anyway.
Yeah, and not just because she's from Jersey. It's also that you see the potential of her being something great in the future.
But we're not talking about potential. We're talking about current 2024.
Okay, if you want to be current, then
I'm just saying for what she's done,
there should be a C.
There you go.
Put them both together.
All right.
I'm sorry.
By the way, the Peggy that's on here, this picture is, we're not using Captain Britain in this case. We're using Peggy as a character all the way through from the first Captain America movie.
Okay.
So don't go by the Captain Britain part. Go by her across the MCU from the beginning. And in this case, ultimately, the impact that she had on Steve Rogers.
Yeah, what did we give her? A C?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
in a way, she's the reason why freaking we have old Cap Steve now.
Yes, but also because she was a teacher and a mentor to him early on.
Yeah.
That's part of the reason why she ranks a little higher than, say, a D or an F.
So, well, my question is, so we've only seen Charles in one
F.
Yeah, hold on. But why wouldn't Captain Britain be also a tier, just going based on what I'm seeing? Because you have Mr. Fantastic. You almost have everybody from Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
Because basically Reed Richards and Charles Xavier showed up for a 10-minute cameo and then died. That was such a garbage waste of them.
Same with Captain Marvel. I mean, not Captain Marvel, Captain Britain.
Well, see, again, we're talking about her as Peggy, across the board.
Yeah, Peggy.
As the commanding officer, basically during World War II. And the reason that we have old Cap, because he went back in time.
And do we have Monica Rambeau?
No. She is not on this list.
Oh, well, she should be.
It's not the list that I've got. They actually didn't have it on there. It's a good point.
Oh, okay. That's the only other character because we brought up the other Marvels.
Monica. All right. So basically, if you wanted to have Monica Rambeau, where would you have Monica Rambeau?
I would say a C.
D.
D? She showed no purpose.
Yeah. But I agree with everything else. Sorry to be the disagreeable guy.
No, it's okay. Because some of the stuff I had, still good. Yeah.
I don't think I can add to the list on this. There.
So you did a lot of minor changes.
Yeah, I'm the guy that doesn't want to. Oh, do we have Charlie Cox up there now too?
Yes, he is. He's in there.
Hey, I saw him this weekend.
Nice.
He's a really good lawyer.
I watched him fight.
Wait, what?
Because basically went back during the era when actually Daredevil, both on Netflix and eventually on Disney. My car got used a lot.
I saw him in person.
So did I. Except I got paid for it.
Wait, he fought it. Oh, you were on set when the show was filming?
Yeah.
Yes. By the way, there's Monica Rambeau. Where are we putting her?
Yay.
What's that?
I said anywhere from a C or D.
All right, we'll put her as a C.
I'm putting her as a D.
C.
Here's why.
Okay.
She's a little. Never mind.
Because she forgave Scarlet Witch for kidnapping 1,000 people and torturing them psychologically.
True.
They'll never know what you sacrificed for them. No, because you tortured the living shit out of them for like weeks there, possibly years. So yeah, I don't think they're going to care about your pain.
Okay.
So no, you're getting D tier. Sorry. But yeah, when because the Daredevil stuff filmed here in New York area. So we did a lot of overnights. They were at times disorganized, where it was always funny because Day gets this, with New York City. Rob, you might not understand this if you've never really been to New York and driven around it. But one of the things that drives us crazy when we have cars on film sets is we're told typically where to go. Park between here and here. Set's going to be here. And when you get there, one of the most relaxing feelings you have is you see the cones because it's okay. I'm parked here. This is where they got to go. Fine. They don't always do that, and they'll tell you where like holding is, and they'll be like which could be anywhere versus where set is. And sometimes you'd be illegally parked in front of a school, a fire hydrant, a police department, and when you call up to say where is set, addresses they have, by the way, they're like, well, we don't really have it. Just drive around till you find it. I'm in Queens at 10 o'clock at night. I am not driving around until basically I find it.
How is Drax A? I'm sorry. I couldn't see him.
Because he also fought in the final battle too, which is why he's higher than Captain Marvel.
But what did he? We're talking about influences.
Yeah, he was an influence.
All I know him as of his people, all the memes to go over his head, even though.
But nothing will go over his head. He would catch it.
Yeah,
like his logic was comical, but somewhat makes sense.
I feel like Hawkeye has done more than Drax has.
No.
You know what? I see his point. I mean, I forgot. We did put Hawkeye to B. Hawkeye was there at the beginning, All
right, so switch Hawkeye to be A and Drax to B.
All right, that's fair. And also Hawkeye provided the safe house in the second Avengers movie.
That's I was gonna say because I think the people that started the MCU should be definitely in
higher up
A tiers because they are what started the franchise and their characters are important. Unless they got which I see why we're keeping Coulson at an A because without his sacrifice, even though he's still alive technically, because of the whole thing they did with that
is literally exactly what I said.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly what I said.
Sorry, I wasn't here for any of that.
No, it's funny because you're reiterating the exact same words I used.
Yeah, you are.
That's actually really funny there.
I was like, so it makes sense that he's A because but which no offense, I wish we would have got him back. I understood technically you couldn't because if he came back, then you've got an issue where then the Avengers might disassemble because But
would they really? Would they?
Like our sacrifice wasn't worthy. Let's just forget.
But here's the counter to that. But you did save lives.
Yes,
you did save Earth.
Yeah, he did.
Actually, put that back there.
It means a lot.
That, Wasp, that's an A at the end.
Yeah, this one I didn't agree with because he gave Wasp a higher level than he gave Ant-Man.
Yeah. Well, and actually, no, Ant-Man should be an A because it wasn't Ant-Man after the events of. Or no, never mind. I don't know. That is funny. I mean, Ant-Man's what told the Avengers that there's still life form.
Yeah.
And helped defeat Kang, even though that's not going to happen anymore.
It's one of the. It's funny because eventually Marvel had sort of become this punching bag of stupidity, and then all of a sudden Robert Downey Jr. shows up, and you're like, they're throwing a Hail Mary here, you know what? But screw it, we're gonna watch this pass and see what happens with it.
And I'm excited to see what they do. As him as
I mean, I give Marvel credit, I give Kevin Feige credit for at least trying something different.
I look at it this way because there's been a lot of debate by him coming back as Doctor Doom.
Well, it's interesting because Disney and Marvel have fired a lot of their staff. A lot of the people that were brought in as writers for activists and things like that have been quietly fired. So they're trying to do a little bit underneath to rebuild the brand again.
Right. I look at it this way is and I could be wrong because I know like Deadpool makes the joke, he came back for a big cash or something like that, or would make the joke that I could see him. That was a different reference I was making, but I could see in like when we do see Doctor Doom, if Deadpool makes a cameo or even in the secret, he'd be like, hey, this guy came back for money. But no, it's like, I feel like if Robert Downey Jr. did not think that this was a good angle to go, he wouldn't even.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, he's got faith, it's like Chris Evans said he would never come back as Captain America unless it was 100% made sense and was a good storyline.
I mean, if they had an intro call after he went back, something that maybe took place in the 1960s.
Yeah, which there's been talks that they should do a TV show of like the different things he does during.
God, I hope not. No, just stop putting Marvel stuff on Disney. It's not working. Nobody watches Disney Plus. I have Disney Plus. I don't even watch Disney Plus.
I watch Disney Plus.
I don't really.
I have Hulu.
I don't even know why I'm watching Disney Plus.
$21 a month, sir.
You guys heard the news recently?
What?
I heard the news.
You guys have Disney Plus. You can't sue Disney.
For what?
Like, all right. So let's just say
that's difficult legal. Okay, go ahead.
So somebody passed away at the Disney park. We're just gonna say that, and they tried suing the company, and they were able to pull up. Well, you did our free trial. Right now, it's like a battle thing. They're like, you did our free trial in 2019 of Disney Plus, and if you look at their terms and agreements, you can't sue Disney.
Okay.
It's been a thing that happened this last week and stuff, and I just thought it was interesting. Been like reading up on it, and it says basically you can't sue Disney.
Here, I want to switch this over to here. By the way, the Acolyte has been officially canceled. If you see
yes, Acolyte, which I was confused. Didn't D23 announce season 2?
They might have, but Disney also repeatedly announces Star Wars projects and then cancels them, so it's entirely possible. But okay, yeah, Disney uses this is from Deadline.
Yeah,
2 days ago. Disney uses streaming terms to block wrongful death termination suit in Florida resort. Whitter takes Disney to court over his wife's death at Walt Disney World and Resorts. The company is using its Disney Plus streaming terms to attempt to block the lawsuit. Disney's requested $50,000 case be dismissed and settled out of court after claiming his wife died of an allergic reaction at the resort October. They argue about signing up for the free 30-day trial of Disney in 2019 and again purchasing the theme park tickets in 2023 through his Disney Plus account. Piccolo, which, wow, okay, agreed to the streamer's terms of service, which includes that all disputes with the Walt Disney Company or its affiliates be settled out of court via arbitration. I mean, the reality is that it's not like they're going to get away. They're going to get away with it. It's going to be one of those things where Disney's like, here, have a check, shut up, goodbye, and then you have to sign an NDA.
Right, but that cracked me up that they're like, but then there's been other things that's like, well, the wife didn't have a Disney Plus account and the wife didn't book the trip. So, but yeah, that's been one of the crazy things that's been happening. And you mentioned Disney, so I just wanted to mention that real quick.
That's interesting there too. I didn't realize that one.
But hi, guys.
All right. So you know what? I did this at the top of the show. I'm going to bring this back just to see if. So Day, you already know the answer. You're not allowed to say it. Yes. Yeah. We did the today in movie history earlier.
Okay.
So you obviously weren't here for it, and that's okay. But a movie was released today, possibly when you were born,
Okay.
at the very least in diapers. I'm not sure which. It is a movie that co-stars a guy who's in Major League alongside a guy who won a Grammy as a songwriter for, amongst other people, Janis Joplin. You saw him recently.
Like I met him recently?
No, you did not, but you saw him recently. He was in a bunch of movies before you were born. He was in a movie alongside Sylvester Stallone in a role that was originally slated for, by the way, Jackie Chan, who turned it down. He was also in the Michael Jackson video Bad. And go ahead.
Something to do with Corey Feldman?
No.
Oh, because I thought Corey Feldman was the kid in one of the. I thought was it the kid in the Bad.
Corey Feldman might have been in one of Michael Jackson's videos, but no, in the movie Bad, it was a music video. Bad, it's bad. He was one of the thugs, shall we say?
Okay.
He was also in.
About the movie?
What's that?
Anything else I can know about the movie?
It starred a martial artist and Harvey Bullock.
Lethal Weapon?
No. Actually, it came out the same year as Lethal Weapon 4, though.
Is it one of the Batman movies?
No, but it is a comic book movie. You're getting closer. He was also in Expendables 3.
Blade.
There you go. Yes.
Yeah, you better get that right.
Yeah. August 19th, 1998, Blade was released.
Did Day get it right away?
He got it pretty quick. I was surprised. I didn't expect this. He actually got it when I said Michael Jackson's Bad video.
Okay.
Which I was impressed because I had forgotten he was in that video.
Well, there's some video, and I'd have to recheck if I'm not mistaken. Corey Feldman was the kid in one of the videos of like he got like the ticket or something like that. I don't know. I could be wrong. But I could have swore that Corey Feldman and that's how Corey became friends with Michael.
Apparently, he's not really that close to Michael Jackson anymore. It wasn't. They had a bit of a falling out.
Wait, they did?
Yeah.
Oh, he always talks about how highly he thought of Michael.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, he was in a video called Something in Your Eyes. Oh, Something in Your Eyes. Okay. So, interesting. Michael Jackson's most viewed video.
About how highly he thought of Michael, and he always dresses like Michael at the convention stuff.
Yeah, but apparently, like the whole kid thing. Okay. Usually, once it's parodied on South Park, you're done.
Yeah, that's fair.
20 years ago, by the way.
But yeah, okay, that's cool. That Blade came out, and how many years ago?
26.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. 26 years ago. Also, Chris Christopherson was the one that won the Grammy as a songwriter for Janis Joplin, including the song "Me and Bobby McGee."
Yeah, that didn't help me.
Okay, yeah, well, that's a classic Joplin song.
But once you told me comic book movie, and I was thinking 90s, and actually Blade came out in 1999.
Correct.
Because the only reason why I know that is because he just got Wesley Snipes just got a Genius world record for playing the longest comic book character, I guess, for Marvel.
Yeah, see, if you see on here, 1998.
Yeah, 1998.
Yeah. Oh,
so.
Wait. Was it maybe in theaters in 1999?
No, it was 1998. Because Blade 2 was 2000 and 2001. Because Blade 2 was my favorite of the bunch.
Or is it X-Men that came out in 1999?
X-Men was 2000.
Then that's weird. Okay. Well, somebody recently, when I was talking about Blade, they said 1999.
1999 though was a great year for movies because we had Matrix, Sixth Sense, and The Mummy. Like within like 3 months apart of each other. It was great.
Yeah, that's when computer
And
graphics were really good.
Yeah, and Galaxy Quest 2 was in there too. So, that was a great summer for movies.
If you go to the channel, there's a wonderful interview with somebody that's on Galaxy Quest. It's on our YouTube channel.
Yes, there is. Yeah.
Bill Choate.
I was going to say, which by the way, did I tell you that when I was on set with Selena Gomez, I'd mentioned that he said hi to her?
Wait, you were on set with Selena recently?
About 3 months ago.
You suck.
Yeah, for Only Murders in the Building, which ironically also had that one guy from Eternals that was really cool. But no, I had emailed Bill Cott that day to say I was on set with Selena, and he said, tell her, say hi Buckaroo. So I did, because I'm like, all right, why not? When am I going to get another chance to talk to Selena Gomez? So,
what did she say?
She said, oh, it's cute, thank you. And then we just moved on with everything.
Oh, that's cool.
Selena, here's the thing. When it comes to shows, when it comes to Only Murders in the Building, Martin Short, Steve Martin, they're fine, they're chill, they're laid back. But Selena Gomez has this different vibe,
right?
With just God knows what kind of crap she's seen and dealt with, from like obsessed fans. So she's a little more aloof. I had to play it that way as well. I mean,
that makes more sense.
I said Martin Sheen. I meant Martin Short. Martin Short was, and also Steve Tewitt. Martin Short was really, really chill and basically inviting me in that day, making part of it.
Steve Martin.
Steve Martin, yeah.
I hate you too.
Okay.
He was great in Cheaper by a Dozen.
Yes, it's funny because actually I know him more from like Bowfinger, Bowfinger is one of my favorite movies of all time anyway. Because if you've ever worked in the film industry and done like guerrilla filmmaking, that movie makes complete sense.
Yeah.
I've done so many like illegal filmmaking things in New York over the years just because they didn't bother to get permits. Some of them being shown on like Netflix and shit too.
I know it'll never happen, but if I ever meet Steve Martin, I would need his autograph on my Space Jam, on my Living Back in Action comic book because he's right there.
Well, if season 4 of Only Murders in the Building gets picked up, there you go.
I'll just be like, hey, Scott. No.
Nah.
I know. You can get blacklisted.
Well, honestly, there's no filmmaking. Okay. Here in New York, Day, you can't throw a rock and not know about this. But everybody is talking about how Happy Gilmore 2 is filming here right now.
Yeah.
Every news outlet's talking about it. People are basically, messaging me out of the woodwork. My high school crush messaged me today with the information on this. And I'm like, so do you want to go for it? Is that what's happening right now? Everybody was messaging me about this because New Jersey, because A, there's no movies being filmed around here. And B, it's a marketing tactic to basically let people know, hey, New Jersey has movies too. To which New York City is like, it's not fair that they're filming that out there. It's like, New York City has no golf courses. It's a little hard to do a Happy Gilmore movie without golf courses.
The question is, where was the first Happy Gilmore filmed?
I don't know.
In Florida, I think.
Florida or California, someplace probably warm.
Okay. Now, the other question is, are y'all auditioning at all?
I didn't hear nothing. I wouldn't mind.
I threw my hat. Well, if you look at the group chat that I have, I did put the email address in there if you want to submit.
Okay.
By the way, the address, if you want to submit to at least be background or stand-in or photo double, is HG2, Happy Gilmore 2, HG2 at Grant Wilfley Casting, GWCNYC.com. So HG2 at GWC.
Email it to me.
Sorry. And then like I said, they're
going to email me, but
I'll get it to you. Yeah.
Is that public domain information?
Yeah. The news outlets had it.
Okay.
So, I mean, look, dude, NBC, CBS, they all had this thing on there. I think Backstage too.
Okay.
I think when I looked it up, because Kyle was thinking about maybe doing it. It's like, give me a minute. Let me see if I can find the address. And I literally looked it up and saw the news article on it.
Yeah.
But the problem is that so many people are going to be submitting that are not actors for this, that it's going to be chaos and carnage because you're getting these people like, oh my God, I'm on a movie. And they're going to be looking at the camera being like, it's like, please. They're going to be like, I'm acting right now. And the director, whatever her name is going to be like, dude, don't pull that crap. Because I saw that on Dark Knight Rises because people were staring at the camera like during the fight scenes. And it's like, please stop looking at the camera right now. And I could totally 100% see that happening on Happy Gilmore too. But the funny thing is that non-union rates here in Jersey and New York, you walk in the door at $176 just to start your day before overtime.
Yeah,
that's a pretty high. That's a pretty high income for a non-union.
Yeah,
for technically 10 hours in this case, but yeah, if you've never been on a film set before, you get free food. You're in Jersey, which is local. They're filming, I think, in Wayne, New Jersey on September 10th. And you get $176 just to start your day before overtime. That's a really good deal for a non-union background actor.
Yeah. Well, if I'm ever in the New Jersey area, I'll think of
it. Yeah. Yeah. Well, see what happens when we build that studio or whatever. Anyway, this is my focus right now. So, all right, gentlemen. Anything else you think? Or are we good?
Terminator.
Oh yeah. Fine.
What?
Go ahead, Day. Ladies and gentlemen, there's been announcements that James Cameron is doing another Terminator movie. And that's me clapping a bug. Sorry. But the rumor has it that the next Terminator movie will be focused more on AI besides the Terminators themselves.
I mean, it makes sense given the next stage of it. Terminator Dark Fate, the image that's there, it wasn't Skynet, it was Legion. And then Terminator 3, when the machines won, that was the internet, was actually Skynet. So you got to change with the times a little bit.
Yep.
Wait, hold on. When did we hear the news about this?
Dave told me yesterday, and he wants to talk about it now.
But Saturday?
I remember Saturday. I was there.
No, I'm asking Day. Did Day know Saturday?
Who's Saturday?
No, I meant, did you know this information on Saturday?
Someone had mentioned something about it.
On which day?
I think I found out on Sunday.
Oh, dang it. I was going to say, if you would have known this information on Saturday, I could have asked Linda Hamilton herself.
She probably couldn't say anything. She's probably under contract.
Oh, okay.
Usually with stuff like this, they have to be so heavily tied to NDAs. I've signed NDAs before, and they will financially slap you silly with stuff like that.
And ladies and gentlemen, I stated it, not Scott. I found out from another source on YouTube. I don't know how 100% it is. Take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, there's, like I said, I would believe it personally because of how piss happy Hollywood is when it comes to reboots, prequels, requels, sneakquels.
Would this have original cast members, or are we talking about a total reboot?
Probably both. Probably Arnold or somebody will make a gratuitous cameo in this thing.
Yeah,
and then you'll have a brand new cast. Possibly an influencer as
Sarah Connor's character is still alive, right? Linda Hamilton's character.
Well, see, every single version is like a different timeline now.
Yeah,
true, but I'm saying is in the timelines, Sarah technically hasn't passed away.
She died in Terminator 3 and Salvation because she died of cancer. In Terminator Sarah Connor Chronicles, she was diagnosed with cancer.
Oh, so that
but the series was canceled before that hit a conclusion.
And then
in most iterations, she eventually dies of cancer.
And she showed up
except for the last one, which was Dark Fate, which she didn't die from cancer, but John Connor died.
Yes. Yeah. Which I think they brought back Eddie Furlong for the sole purpose of, hey, Eddie Furlong, welcome back, dead. They re-Richard the hell out of him on that.
Which we'll see in this weekend too.
Yes.
Which we can mention that next.
What's that?
I said we could. That would be a good segue to an event that happened this weekend because of Streampunk Entertainment.
Yeah. What happened there?
I don't know. There was like this thing in like Chicago, and they had like all these celebrities there.
25 or 64.
And it was called Chicago Fan Expo, and I just got back. I am tired. And we went all weekend. Got to enjoy the city of Chicago and Sheraton Sheraton. My brain's not working, but wherever I was, it was beautiful. I got to go to this giant bean. It's called the Bean. It's like
bean. Look, Teddy.
And then Wrigley Field, and just explored Chicago, ate good food, ate great pizza.
Deep dish pizza.
Yes, sir.
Chicago pie pizza.
Yes, so leave my
Really cake pizza.
Excuse me, Chicago. That's not real pizza.
And then I met my dad, which would make more sense if I was Buddy. Right?
You finally met your father? Oh my God!
Actually, okay, yeah. You want to clarify that because now I realize where you're going with this, and that could have gotten really dark really fast.
Yeah.
No, we're not meeting that father, but my cartoon father for Buddy. That's why I said if I was in the proper outfit would make sense because I was telling people all week and I met my dad. So Buddy the Elf's dad, even though yes, James Caan has passed away and you could go Bob Newhart passed away, but there was this weird animation cartoon of Elf and Mark Hamill plays Buddy's dad.
Interesting.
Hobbs. And when I did the photo op with him, the first thing he tells me is, I was your dad. He said, I played your dad in the cartoon version. And Jim Parson, that's Sheldon Cooper, was Buddy in that version.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Yeah. And so I was like, Dad, when I see it the second time, because I had to do autographs with him. And I was like, Dad, I traveled all night and day to see you. And he kind of just like stared at me. And it was funny. But
it's like, whoa, you're that guy from that episode of 8 is Enough where you talked about the girl with the braces.
Exactly.
And ladies and gentlemen,
he's the guy from Jay and Silent Bob.
Yes. Cock knocker.
Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, please do not do the Joker impression from the Batman animated series.
He has since retired that. So, yeah.
Why? Does he get mad?
Yeah.
He's retired the voice because of the death of Kevin Conroy.
Right. Oh,
so it's a personal thing because of the fact he was so close to Kevin for 30 years. So when Kevin died of cancer, he's like, I'm retiring the voice, which also by extension also means he's retiring the voice of Ozai from Avatar: Last Airbender, because it was basically the Joker voice.
But hold on. But what I'm saying is, so if a fan does the impression of him, he gets mad at them. Is that what people have said?
I wouldn't test it. I wouldn't test it.
I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I'm pretty sure my friend did the voice this weekend and didn't have a problem.
I wouldn't test fate on that. He might just basically smile and nod a lot, but he has retired the voice because of a very personal reason.
Yeah, I get that. He says he won't be, but I mean, I guess I could see where you're coming from. But so we did get to see, speaking of doing voices and stuff, I got to meet Matthew Lillard again this weekend, and he told me I'm still trying to steal his effing job. Because the first time we met him, he cussed and yelled at me because I can do my Shaggy impression, and my voice is out, so it's probably not going to sound good right now. But when I was leaving my stuff, I went, "Wait, what was that?"
That wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
No, who else would it be then? The guy who's smiling, smirking into the camera right now.
Dave, what'd you do?
Zoinks!
Zoinks, man! Like, buddy, oh, Bill. But what I told him was like, like, have a great day, man. He said, you're still trying to steal my effing job, is what he told me. I just started busting out laughing. But
hey, listen, he stole the job from Casey Kasem, okay? Don't give me that.
I mean, technically, he didn't take the role until Casey Kasem passed away.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, yes, he took live action, and that's what I love about, speaking of Looney Tunes back in action, there's that little scene where cartoon Shaggy is arguing Shaggy, and that was Casey Kasem the year that he passed away.
Can I point out also, when it comes to Shaggy, the whole thing about Super Saiyan Shaggy?
Yes.
It's like, really, you turn, him into like this super powered creature.
It's because that one episode where just Shaggy like fights like 7 people by himself, and they were like these big buff guys, and he just goes like that, bam, bam. And then ever since that, we have this super
Saiyan Shaggy. I love it.
Which then they introduced in that the Warner Brothers DC game that you could play, Multiverse, and they did the Ultra Instinct Shaggy version in that game. But yeah, so quick recap. It was packed. Scott, Day, I know you both saw the picture. There was probably,
We'll post them
I
soon.
keep throwing numbers. I don't know. Maybe Scott can try to. What would you say is probably a good act? I know you weren't at the event, but just based on that picture, how many people do you think were looking in that picture? Probably over 25 grand, at least in that picture.
There was a lot of people in that, man.
I want to say there was over 50,000 people in that event that on Saturday, but I feel like it could be more. But I don't know if I'm just going too high. But that place on Saturday, you could barely get through anybody.
Yeah, I don't have the picture in front of me, but I wish I'd loaded it in hindsight.
Hey,
But yeah, the amount of people that were at that thing, it's one of those things where, thank God there wasn't a fire.
Yes.
Kind of have to question about whether or not basically there's a fire hazard on that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, one other good thing that happened at Chicago is, and I will not name it, but we got to see a movie early, and we will not mention the movie, but it was nice. Got a ticket and was able to watch a movie that comes out next month. So,
Well, what, Transformers, you mean?
I can neither confirm or deny that. I don't know how much you want me to talk, but
So here's what I'm going to say. If it was not Transformers 1, say the entire Greek alphabet in reverse. It starts with Omega. Go.
Was there NDA involved?
not exactly. But I did ask, and they said, I think I could technically do a non-spoiler review, but I think this movie should have came out in the summer is all I'm going to say. I think it not being in the summer is going to hurt box office. That's all I'm going to say.
Interesting. Okay.
It felt like a summer movie. And the fact that you're putting it in September, which is more fall, I just
that is weird.
Feel like more kids would go see this movie compared to the summer. Here's how I explain it. Deadpool Wolverine came out at the best time because you put it in the peak of summer. You would have put Transformer there. That would have been competition with Deadpool.
Exactly.
Deadpool may not hit $1 billion if you put the movie at the same time. At least I just feel like it should have been a summer movie, and that movie would probably hit. Transformer 1 has potential of hitting $1 billion if it would have been summer. I don't think it has potential of even hitting that close, being a fall movie.
Yeah, being a fall movie, and plus also people are a little burned out, I think, on Transformers at this point.
They do something different with this movie, so that's all I'm not trying to give any spoilers, but we do, or the trailer, if you've seen the trailer, you're getting to see something we haven't seen on screen before. You've never heard of the origin of the Transformers and all that, and that's in the trailer, so I know that's not spoilers. But that's...
Well, the Quintessons, I think, didn't they form the Transformers?
The what?
The Quintessons.
I don't know. Maybe I didn't see that series.
All right.
But anyways, so I definitely say go see it. And I will give an actual review when it gets closer. And we have somebody in the work lines that we may be interviewing. So
I have already sent the message in that department.
Okay. So they know of us. They know we exist. So
exactly.
Viewing somebody.
They don't know about us.
But yeah,
they not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
But yeah, speaking of Transformers, just quick recap. We got to meet the T-1000. We got to meet Sarah Connor, and we got to meet Eddie Furlong. Wonderful people. Got to meet the freaking Mark Hamill. Got to see Peter Cole and Frank Welker. Speaking of Transformers, and yes, wonderful lineup. Was running with my head cut off. We got some great pictures of some great cosplays that I sent all to Scott. So Scott has all the pictures.
I got work ahead of me on this one.
Yeah. And what about interviews?
A little more difficult on this because Chicago and Fan Expo was very tight on that.
Fan Expo?
I don't blame him on that one at all. It's okay.
So Fan Expo doesn't really allow interviews, and the one person I tried to get interviews was like, well, you got to go bring the interview people to us so this gets approved.
Yeah,
So
it was complicated. It's okay. I'm not bothered by it at all. It happens. Don't worry about it.
Don't sweat it.
I was trying not to get kicked out of the con because of it. Did it transform you?
We had a little bit of a burp that I had to resolve at the last minute with this by virtue of the fact that he didn't actually have a press pass. So I had to work with a guy very closely to resolve this because we almost lost the entire thing.
Well, if that happened, I would have just had to buy a pass.
I know. I thought about that, but at the same time, I didn't know if that was also going to be an additional problem.
It would have sucked, but I would have made it work anyways. But no, I mean, I was, always going to make sure I was there. But that is very weird that they didn't have us, even though we had the email.
There was a rule in this particular case because it went under my name. So we're going to basically going forward with a lot of these events. We're going to be handling it a little bit differently. I'm going to have to probably ask you guys to submit in a lot of cases. I'll guide you through the form and walk you through it, but they had it under my name, not yours. So we might be in a position where we have to work around that.
Okay. So that was the issue is because your name was on there and not mine?
Correct.
Because that's what's happened every event. I've told them, oh, it's under Scott Churcham.
I know.
Had an issue. Okay.
This was different, but like I said, we may have to do it a little differently. I may have to walk you through it. No, ain't no thing.
No worries. So, if you ever want to go to a fan expo, they're always busy. So Rob is illegal. Not anymore. I was identity theft as Scott. See, I'm Scott. I
just got an email. I just got a letter today about another data breach. We apologize for the concern it caused you. Freaking IT, those IT tech people, man, they suck.
Yeah. So definitely, if you guys ever here's the shout out I am gonna give. If you ever want to go to a fan expo, I highly suggest them. They are fun. I will say Chicago compared to Dallas, Chicago was a little more lenient with ADAs.
Okay.
They weren't strictening down on not doing ADAs. Dallas was a little more strict this year.
And what is an ADA?
What
is an ADA?
American Disability Act.
Okay.
So people that have traumatic brain injuries or wheelchairs, stuff like that. Any disability, basically. So they, like, for Mark Hamill, they literally had a line for just the ADAs, for the VIPs, and then general admission. So I was able to, whee!
It's like I must be in the front row.
Yeah, so go.
Hey, Cedar Hill, Texas.
Oh, what's up?
What's up?
Good old Texas.
Good old Texas. Yeah. We go to Fan Expo there, and that was fun.
Yeah.
I think we may have one.
Cowboys are overrated. I'm a New York Giants fan. I'm allowed to say that. It's basically your team beat mine like 40-0 the first game last year.
Ladies, just to let y'all know, I'm from New York. Well, I'm in the tri-state area. I'm a Dallas Cowboy.
Actually, you are a Cowboy fan. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm a Cowboy fan.
I'm a 40-year Giants fan. I'm not changing now. And yes, my team is going to suck yet again this year because they got Daniel Jones at quarterback. Let's just leave it at that.
Hey, Dave, do you want to know the safest place in Texas if there's a tornado?
Houston?
No, the Dallas Cowboys Stadium, because there's no chance of a touchdown there.
Oh. On that note,
I'm Rob.
No, you know what though? The team actually, I was going to say, Dak Prescott is really good though. He's a free agent after the season. That's going to be interesting to see how they handle it. So anyway, somehow we just turned into a football podcast. I said podcast. I hate when I call it that.
Well, we are a podcast.
I hate that phrase. I really hate that word so much.
We are a network, and Rob, once the show is over, I'm going to have a little discussion with you afterwards.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Davion. That's Rob. This is Scott. And we're Tales from the Field Set. Roll up!